This is not a traditional war. There are no clear front lines, no official declarations. But make no mistake, a silent war for global power is already underway. And it's being fought over one thing: energy. As tensions rise in the Middle East, the battle for control of oil supply chains is rapidly reshaping the global balance of power. The Strait of Hormuz, the world's most critical energy choke point, has become the center of this struggle. With conflict disrupting shipments, nearly 1/5 of global oil supply is now at risk. And the ripple effects are massive. Global oil markets have entered what analysts call a structural shock. Not just a temporary spike, but a long-term shift in supply and demand. But behind the headlines, something even bigger is happening: a realignment of global power. China, for example, appears to have anticipated this moment. In the months leading up to the crisis, Beijing quietly stockpiled enormous amounts of oil, building reserves that now give it a strategic advantage in a tightening market. Russia, meanwhile, is stepping in as an alternative energy supplier, strengthening its ties with China and expanding its influence. In the United States, it's using economic pressure, sanctions, blockades, and financial leverage to isolate Iran and control the flow of oil. This is no longer just about the Middle East. It's about who controls the future of energy, and by extension, who controls the global economy. Even traditional alliances are shifting. The United Arab Emirates has taken the extraordinary step of exiting OPEC, signaling fractures within long-standing energy alliances. Meanwhile, Europe is pushing for international cooperation to secure shipping routes, warning that prolonged disruption could trigger widespread shortages. And as tensions escalate, diplomacy is struggling to keep up. Iran has floated proposals to reopen the strait, but with conditions. The United States is reviewing options, but preparing for a prolonged standoff. And global markets are reacting in real time. At one point, crude oil premiums surged to record highs, driven by panic buying and fear of supply collapse. But even as prices fluctuate, the underlying reality remains. This crisis is far from over. Because what we are witnessing isn't just a conflict, it's a transition. From a world of stable supply chains to one defined by strategic competition, resource control, and geopolitical risk. A silent war where the battlefield is economic, the weapons are energy and sanctions, and the outcome will shape the next decade of global power. So while missiles and ships dominate the headlines, the real story is unfolding beneath the surface. A slow, calculated struggle for dominance. And in this war, everyone is involved.